Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Claire. I'm a makeup artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Subscribe to my channel and you're going to have fun, I promise you that. So I create videos, lifestyle, travel vlogs, basically lifestyle of Claire. Today I'm going to do a tutorial look on how to do a normal makeup you can just wear out on a normal day. You're going to work, your movie date, and you don't want like too much. Afterwards, I'm going to transition to how you can switch from that to a pigment or glitter eye look. Stay tuned. I have to carve my brows. If you notice, I have a little bit of some babies hanging in there. I'm going to start off by taking it off. I just want to show you how to groom your brows. You know how I usually just trace my brows? That's the same thing I'm going to do for carving it. So I'm just going to start from here, picking off just this excess. You see, I'm using my finger to hold my skin, to support my skin and make it more visible for me to see what I'm doing. You can already see how it's taking shape. I'll do the same thing here. I'm going then just a little bit underneath this area to make it look straight and clean. Same thing here. Now we have groomed underneath. I'm going to go above. Always bring the brows down so I can see clearly, So I'm just going to take off just a little bit of hair that has grown the area that I want it to be in. I'll do the same thing. You can see that my brows are already taking form. You can see what it looks like. If you look, you can see that I have hairs that has gone above this line that I have created from the carving that I had done. I'm just going to take those ones out as well. If you have a scissors, you can as well use it, but I will use a razor right now. So just take off this bit. And then I'll just brush. Sometimes if I want to go overboard, I still brush the hair up and see there are any excesses like this one's on my hair, and I take it out as well. I'm going to proceed to cleaning my face and we are good to go. I'm going to clean my face because the face is a canvas and it's supposed to be as clean as possible. See what my skin looks like at the moment. Now I'm going to prep my skin. This is what I'm going to use first. Second, CosRX moisturizer, and this. The reason I'm going to moisturize my skin, realize that the fact that I have an oily skin is just because it will also help keep my skin hydrated. Now, when your skin is hydrated, it's going to also help control how much oil your skin brings up. Because I showed you guys earlier, these areas where I'm going to have like a lot of powder work in, and afterwards I'm going to dry it. Now I'm going to use my Mehron Prep and Prime Skin to now work into these areas that I oil up so much. Chin. My primer on my T-zones mostly, and even my cheek too as well, but the areas I'm going to concentrate mostly is my T-zone, the areas that I oil up. If you've been following my channel, you will see the routine for my skin prep. I tell you, this works for me. Every step that you get to when it comes to cream application, except foundation routine, you must let it dry in before you go to the next step, because if it doesn't dry in well, the visibility of the product leaves in is actually quite high. I also apply these areas as well because I'm going to also work in these areas. Now I would mix my foundation and also allow my skin to dry. Remember, my foundation, I use gingerbread, Hudah Beauty, and chai is in Born This Way. I'll mix it. Now I'm going to go with my fixing spray and I'll start with my foundation. At this stage, you feel like your foundation is not your shade, maybe you feel like you're not getting it right, it's always okay for you to go back in, mix another foundation. So I kind of feel like it's a little bit brighter than my skin. I just go in with a darker shade. Another trick that you can also learn is if you always contour your skin, you don't have to worry so much. You just use your contour stick or your contour product you're using for the contour to balance it out. There's no gatekeeping here. I'm going to tell you as it is, and tricks that I have learned. Some people are asking when I do classes. I do one-on-one classes mostly at the moment. I haven't started doing general classes yet because right now I don't have the time for Rimmel. So if you want to learn, I am in Lagos, Lekki Phase 1. You can reach out and we'll have an arrangement, and a good educator. You can attest to it already. Now my nose, I'm going to intensify the product I'm going to put here. Remember the trick I told you guys about in my last video? If you have not watched it, you should go and watch it. Black opal in shade 460 for my contour. So I like my face looking very slim, which is the reason why I contour from here. Some people like to contour below here, this place, so that they can lift this cheekbone up. I like to contour directly on the cheekbone because I like my face looking very slow, and that tends to give me the effect that I want. Remember, we also work in on the chin. I mean, if you're not so skinny, you can work on it with your makeup. I don't know if this camera is capturing it. I think camera is capturing it, but you can see the effect. To get to this area, if I want that place to look slimmer, here as well. So my girlies, I'm doing my blush, and now remember the blush goes directly above where you contoured. And then if you want, you can also extend it to the temple. I always extend mine to the forehead. You can get the next thing I'm going to do. You guessed concealer, then you guessed right. Consistency is thick, so I use just a little bit of it. I always start from this area still because the product here is not so much. I don't want it to dry on me. After this, I'm the edges of my eye, my forehead. I've finished contouring, but just in a bit to eliminate any form of harsh line, I'm just going to go ahead to use where I contoured, just go around it. Now I'm going to work on this area. Remember that I'm trying to also lift my face, so I'm going to blend it upward. Then I'm going to go back to where the part I use my blush, just to correct any form of illusion that I have, wiped out from doing this. I want it to still remain the way it was in the beginning. You notice I'm correcting it again. If you feel like you need to take more blush, girl, do your thing, take more. So now I'm going to work in this area. And remember, I said it's like you're creating an illusion that you're drawing like a V. Here, split up with this area, then come down my nose, on the corners of my nose. Repeat the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead to set my face and set all the areas that I have contoured. I'm going to blend out any form of creasing before I put in the setting powder. Remember, I still go here, apply even on the areas that I have applied blush on because of longevity. Go back in and blend it out again. This will prevent you from having any form of creasing. To set my contoured areas with 440 Fenty Beauty powder. See what I look like, guys? See? Fenty Beauty powder in 440 to contour. Taking the powder, sweeping it upwards. This will give you that lifting of your face effect. Face up. I'm trying to meet this part of my contour to the part that I did on my cheek. So it's like I'm trying to create this illusion. It makes my cheek look smaller. And I'm going to do the same thing on my forehead. The right way of contouring your nose, you start from where your brows begin, which is my brow starts from here and here. So I'm just going to start from there and bring it down. So it's like I'm trying to draw a Y. So I start from where my brow starts, blend it out. The one thing you also have to understand is that darker your contour product is, the more defined that part of your face is. I'm using like 1 shade or 2 shades darker than me. So getting any product you want to use for contour, it has to be at least 1 shade darker than you. I take up a product like this, I dust off, I go in to apply. I'm making use of this V Beauty palette, orange colored, this one. I love this orange color because it warms up my skin the right way that I want it. Sometimes I use pink, but I'm an orange girl. I always go for the warmth. Now I'm going to do my powder all over my face. So another trick you can also add to the tricks that I'm giving you guys is every step you go, you get to always use a setting spray to set your face. It would keep the makeup intact for a long time. I'm going to go all over the areas I have contoured, highlighted, everywhere, just to blend out any form of harsh line. Trying to put the brows in place. It'll be easy for me to trace. Now I'm going to use my setting powder to set it as well. Just using the same setting powder I use for myself just to set the brows. You can just bake a little bit. It's no eyeshadow. It's just the basic look that you can do if you're just going out. Some definition brings so much. I'm going to do the whole stroke. To go ahead and just trace the remaining parts of it. It looks like I'm even done drawing, but I've not even filled in yet. Just still stroking as well. And voila, we have our brows. At this point, if you need to make any form of corrections, you're going to use your concealer to do that. I totally forgot. I did not realize I was not recording when I was doing this whole process of trying to highlight underneath my brows. I'm just going to do a little touch to it again, just so you can see it's already done. I apply the concealer, use my hand to just blend it out, just like I did in my previous video. If you're a returning subscriber, you already know that this is what I always do. I'm going to dust off the powder on my face. You notice that I also applied powder here, so I'm just going to blend it in again to remove any form of harsh line. So I'm going to use powder that I used to set my face, to set my contour area, just to do this powder thing, just to add some warmth and depth in this part of my eyelid. See, so it doesn't just look too plain. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Notice I'm also blending in circular motion, and I'm picking it upwards a bit. I'm also blending upwards. I want to meet this area as well. See, I'm blending upward as well. I like to wing my line now, so I'm just going to do this. I always prefer to start from the edge before I start going in. It gives me a better definition, so I'm going to try to take it up. Another trick that you can also learn if you feel like you make a mistake by trying to wing it yourself is you can use your nail, drag it a bit. Now I'm going to meet this other area. I couldn't find my angle brush before. I just saw it now, which is the reason why I was having a bit of difficulty doing this before. I'm only applying it in my waterline. There's a definition already there. I'm just meeting up with the other eyeliner that is there, and then I'm going to just apply my waterline. Now it's time to apply our falsies. Falsies are almost a girl's best friend. It's going to put mascara on. While I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm going to go ahead and do my lipstick. I'm using my imagic palette, remember, dark and thick, to line my lip. Go ahead to use a lip brush to apply lipstick on my lip and then blend it out. And I'll smack. I will go back in with the brown lip liner and just highlight it again so that it will be bolder. And voila. apply these false lashes, I'm going to start from a little on my lid, then the beginning part and the ending. I'm going to place it directly the same way. So this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm going to get her to wear my wig and then I'll come back to you. This is my face, my lashes, the basic eyeshadow that I did. The sun is not letting me be great, but I hope you can see what it looks like. This is your soft glam. You can wear this to work, you can wear this for even a date, you know. So yeah, this is my whole look at the moment.